Welcome everyone to your September reading 2022. You have Get Clear coming up, Perspective upside down, Co-create, Ruminate. So Virgo, there's a need for you to get clear on a situation that you may not be seeing the perspective of presently, and there's this need for you to be able to co-create some reality, but it's coming up that you may be sitting there thinking about all these things from the past rather than really observing the unconditional love that's available to you presently. Really look at what it is that you might be holding yourself back from that could be evolving for you in the future, and that may be more beautiful than you are seeing presently. Get clear, purify, and sanctify so you can understand this beautiful thing that wants to come in for you, or that you can manifest or create, that is true to your soul's path and might be involved with others that offer you unconditional love. Pisces, cat medicine is coming up, which means independence or healthy boundaries, being able to create space, also assessment as well as fruition, the void, and simplify, to assess what's really coming up that might be more complicated, that you may need to put in that space of being in a void. There's other things that want to come to fruition for you. Is there something that you really need to kind of keep in the dark, right? Is there a situation or a circumstance or a relationship, whether it be a partnership that's romantic or not, that whatever this situation pertains to, really assess, does it serve you, and does it serve the other person too? Sometimes we don't keep in mind that situations don't work for both sides. It's a two-way street. Multiple directions could be occurring with multiple people. What really is more simple for you and allows you to bring to fruition what really wants to grow for you presently. Libra, right now there's a need for us to have some laughter, to enjoy our life, to find joys in life. You have metamorphosis. If something is transforming or you are transforming, the most important thing right now is for you to accept yourself, the truth about what is in your environment right now. So you have the truth card. It's basically knowing that you have the sense of the realization of what is coming up presently. And although that you may see a new outlook in life coming up, there may be a hesitation. Take action or discipline yourself and try not to procrastinate. Action card is also coming up. So take action right now. And when we go through the process of something new or transforming or changing, it may be helpful to lighten up in the process. Transitions aren't easy. I'm sure that being birthed is not easy. Attaining wings is not easy. Shedding your skin as a snake is not easy. Metamorphosis process that we can exemplify for our own lives, to really look at it as, okay, I know this is what I need to do. I know this is something that's important for me right now. And to allow that transition to occur. Keep in mind to keep it light at the same time. Leo, there might be a need for you to be reliable to yourself. You may be reliable for everybody else, but really being there for yourself. We also have the Moonlight Enchantment Magic card. So if you're in your emotions or things are coming up that are maybe a push and pull in energy, trust and believe in the magic that's present for you. The magic could be what could really manifest on your path, what is really true to you, to your reality. And also you have wind activation upside down, spirit family upside down. So are the people in your reality truly part of your soul tribe? Do they really belong in your environment? This could apply to any type of relationship. Always have that medicine of loyalty. So are they as loyal to you as you are to them? And are they reliable to you the way you are to them? You also have the Four Shells upside down. When I get this card, it states on it soul searching and reevaluation. Whoever this applies to, know that some people are lost and they're not able to find their way. So be true to who your real pack is, who's truly committed to you and shows up for you. Because, a balanced Leo is reliable. You can definitely know that the sun is going to always show up at the same time. That's why we could keep track of the sun, because it always is going to be there. Be as dependable to yourself as you are to others. Aquarius. Contemplation presently is important for you, as well as really being mindful that this is a season of contemplation, tapping into that desire to be in that peaceful modality and You may be finding that there's certain situations that you can't resolve. But if you spend time contemplating, you might find that there's some, miraculous healing or some transition that could come through that can enlighten you. You got enlightenment upside down available when you spend some time contemplating, meditating, or taking a break from whatever it is that you're going through right now, so that things can be more clear and you can find the most peaceful direction. Whatever situations are coming up for you, some problems may not be able to be resolved because they're not the direction we're meant to go, so they could end up being cyclic. So in being able to reflect on these things, you'll be able to know, is this the problem that is like you're at a stop, you're at a halt here, and what other options are there that, there is no problem in that direction. I mean, life is, of course, problems come up in life. Nothing is all perfect. You'll be able to see the path that does synchronize or does move for you or will heal based on you observing the situation, reflecting on it a little bit deeper, so the outcome can be more peaceful for you and all involved. Gemini, there's no need to battle yourself presently with whatever is coming up as a trigger, as well, that you need to find your peace. Opportunity beckons is upside down, so there may be opportunities that you want to move towards. Solar plex upside down, that's like initiation, motivations, our drives, trying to push something ahead. If things are coming up that are triggering you right now in a circumstance, then maybe that's not the opportunity for you. You may need to step back and be alone and assess the situation before, putting your foot down full throttle and initiate something quickly or fast. Could be some things that could be throwing you off. Then what is it that you need to be aware of? Because triggers tend to be notifications of something that's imbalanced. But it doesn't mean you don't have opportunities. It may just be that you're looking at opportunities in the wrong place, and that's causing triggers. Look to the things that actually seem like there is offerings present for you there. And the best way for that is to spend some time alone in your solitude. Find some peace for yourself right now. Sometimes Gemini can go, 0 to 1,000 in like a second. Take that moment to pause, especially with there being energy that may push us to, do things quickly or flip-flop in energy. Be sure it makes sense before you put that gas pedal down. Scorpio, guardian angel is coming up, and I usually get this when someone is down and they have protection coming up. You may not be listening to what's coming up right now. You may not be seeing some kind of storm that could be present in a situation. Whatever it is, whatever Scorpio is desiring, if it's in an imbalanced state, maybe trying to embrace a storm. Go with the flow with what's occurring right now. It could also be programming, derivative off of loneliness too, or something that's missing within you. That's why it's important to find contentment within us, so we don't embrace cycles. And when you start to listen to these signs that are protecting you, understanding that the rejection is the protection, doesn't mean that we're not going to like what's coming in, but it's going to be healthier. That's why we have to be prepared, and the other side of that situation also needs to be prepared for what is coming up. And sometimes it's just timing, but don't set yourself on a timer that something's not happening at the time that you want, or that you want this now. Put yourself in a situation that's a detriment to you and whoever else involved, because cycles also harm more than just yourself, and it's a lesson that you got to listen to so that you can celebrate the outcome. Aries, there's a need for you to break free from a situation, and the reason that you need to break free from it is because it will protect you. You have the guardians of the lands, and medicine is very healing to the soul, allows us to charge up. So even if you can't go out into nature, bring nature to yourself. Magic of nature upside down, enjoying the things that are present, and Pachamama's upside down. You have this need to nurture yourself, being your own mother, even if your mother is not a great role for you, or you didn't have that type of person in your reality. It doesn't mean that we can't nurture ourselves. It doesn't mean that we can't put that love into ourselves, just like the earth nurtures us with its abundance. So nurture yourself with what the earth gives you, so that you can break free from whatever it is that's stopping you, that you believe is preventing you from allowing your dreams to come true. Your dreams can come true. It's just that you're probably being protected from some situation that is not for you. Of course, because Aries, depending on what's in your chart too, but Aries wants things quick. If you're coming to a halt from a situation, it's because you're being guarded. You're being protected in a situation which is not nourishing for you. Understand that maybe that's not what is meant to manifest, and if it is a pause, it might be a pause for a good reason. There's a need for you to listen to your body. What is your body telling you? What does it need? It could be spiritually, physically, emotionally. You might be really kind-hearted. You might be so sweet and putting energy into things and really being helpful. So stability is upside down. You need this shift for things to be more stable for you. Try not to sit there and create stability for everyone else and not yourself. What is it that you need? It needs transformation for you to liberate yourself. So it works on the energy level, because there is an energy where we give so much of ourselves and then we find ourselves depleted, because we're not receiving that same energy. That's not reciprocated. What you're expending outside of yourself, is that really stable for you? Capricorn, it is possible to manifest your dreams. Whatever's meant for you can manifest a lot faster for you. Trying to manifest something that's not for us, it may not move. Sense it, you feel that vibration. Pay attention to what does move for you. And even if you're already solid in your path right now, well, what other things can be manifested as well? What other avenues can be opened up for you? Education card is coming up. Boundaries. You're giving all this information out, possibly educating people, raising people up, but you may need to create a boundary. Putting a lot out in the world, giving a lot of wisdom, and are you receiving that same energy? Manifesting the dreams that are your passion with the people that are meant to be in your reality. Feel that equal give and take. That even if you're the one that's dropping knowledge, what is also being reciprocated that is in harmony doesn't take you away from the dreams that you want. These people or a person, they may not be appreciative of your wisdom, especially if they also have knowledge of things. So just assure that you are in your right direction with the right people in your environment, the people that are meant to be manifesting your dreams with you and matching your frequency. Taurus, you may not be in acceptance to something that really could set you free. Seek it out. You may notice the victory that can come about from what you're experiencing. Gratitude upside down as well, which is Bell Fairy. So fairies are nature oriented. It's got this earth energy to it. What is the message that's coming in that wants to keep you in your integrity? What is it that you're meant to seek that could create this victory? Knowing that you fulfill what you really needed and that you've arrived from this long journey. And now you have this ability to reap the rewards of what you've put your efforts into. Being grateful for what you already have, what you've already achieved, what you could be rewarded in if you stick it out beyond the victory, what can further amplify. And it could be career oriented or relationship oriented. Of course, that's not just romantic love. What is possible for you right now as a victory? Cancerian. New beginnings is upside down. So if you thought that something new was possible right now, it may not be the time to move out of that situation that you're in presently. Whether it be, a career issue or a relationship. Relationships can be any type of relationships. It could be business, romantic, friends, family, soul tribe, whatever it applies to. Tall tale is also coming up. Is what you're trying to venture into, this new path, is it really the truth? Are they telling you a lie? Are they just puppeteering some situation? You may be at a loss or maybe sad from this. When I get this card, Sacred Pool, it's usually someone in their emotions, someone sad. Don't go full throttle into anything right now. And then you have the Magician, Warlock energy. You can actually lead in what you already got right now, and it might be more abundant, more powerful for you than you may think. Could be magical in a sense. You might be still in your emotions about something or hurt about something, so you're stagnating instead of allowing these things to come to fruition for you. Don't look at something as not an option right now in what you already got. You also might be lying to yourself about that situation. Missing the red flags. Catch the red flags outside of your emotions. Just give it a moment. Wait, it's not the time right now to move. Now the reading for all signs. Bear spirit healing coming up. Just breathe upside down. Feel what needs to be healed in us right now. And that could be physically, emotionally, spiritually. It could be in our work, career, mission. It could be in anything, our relationships, depending on the type of relationship, be business, soul tribe, any type of relationship, friendship. It could also be relationships on the intimate level. There could be some anxiety coming up. Treasure Island is right side up and ideas and inspirations is upside down. If you feel like things are just not inspiring right now, stay in your grace, stay in your best character. Don't allow people to take you out of your element. No matter what is coming up, stay in your integrity. You just never know what could be coming up right now. Being in harmony right now without it flipping in a scenario. A lot of people may need to be healed right now, spiritually, emotionally, physically. No situation is too small or too big. Know that we all have suffered in some way these years. And what can we actually see that's a treasure? There's also hearts popping out. You know, there's water. Water, when it comes up in suits or cards, is emotions, it's feeling. And there's this love element that's present. Tap into those things that are a treasure. People that are a treasure to us, a career that's a treasure to us. We got a little turtle on there, so it's like slow and steady wins the race. I've been talking about this on different medias about, you know, September and October, this fall for people on the northern hemisphere, be spring on the southern. But these few months, there is some big placements that are occurring in the stars that happen in nature, be unexpected, could be in turmoil with our collective, could be surprises that come up that could cause some adversities with our relationships of all kinds. Really need to analyze what is coming up presently for us. And know there's a lot of planets that are going to be retrograding in September. A lot of them are going direct in October. And so there's almost like a slam on the brakes be happening this month, but at the same time, things can also happen quickly or flippant where you just don't know what could come next. Best to try to flow with what you can. I like to maybe give an analogy that this month and the upcoming months is kind of like, you know, the ocean. Sometimes there's waves that are tumultuous. Sometimes you can ride those waves. Sometimes there's sharks in the water and it's just not the best time to go into the water. To really figure out the ebb and flow of the emotions, the ebb and flow of situations with all types of partnerships and relationships and situations and circumstances. Not to really jump the gun full throttle into anything, even if it's unclear intuitively, to assure that it makes sense as far as feelings, right? What your heart says, what your gut says. But just keep in mind that just going by the mechanism of the brain and not trusting what your heart has to say or your gut has to say, you may miss something being overtly logical. Sometimes it's like, it's easier to just pretend like this is not going on. I'm just going to be in my bubble and I don't want to experience this and I'm okay. And don't ignore red flags that are coming up right now. It's not the time to pretend like everything's going to be okay and back to normal. I mean, yes, it's okay to keep yourself balanced and centered, but don't ignore things that are coming up that could be adverse for you, your friends, your family, whatever it is that it applies to. Be in reality, see truths, see things that need to be just, see things from the mode of the heart, see what's fair, analyzing what is really peaceful as well. What is the best circumstance that maybe it's not peaceful at first, but maybe there's this transition that can create peace for all that's involved. October, November is the most intense because there's eclipses and Mars retrograde. And all these planets all of a sudden just go direct when they were offline, all mostly offline in September. Minus Venus, which is going to retrograde next year. But anyway, being cautious to what's coming up right now in energy. What could be tricky also. Things could be witty, could be pretty intelligent and have some pretty good things coming up as far as, you know, that Virgo energy, that Libra energy, that even Gemini, that witty energy, right? But keep in mind that things could surprise you, kind of come out of nowhere, can trick you, could be imbalanced, could be lacking peace. So find your zen, maintain your peace, and I hope this helps you all in the present. Try your best not to be in fear, but be cautious in the process.